As far as dark ecology in the past 5 days, I think the literal darkness actually had something to do with the dark ecology in this case. Even though Morton didn't mean literal darkness, the fact that it's always so dark here made everything look very surreal, the factories and the landscapes and everything, and that gave a kind of aesthetic feel to the entire experience.
Artists are people, I think, who have a role in imagining new worlds, in researching problems and issues from maybe a perspective that as a normal news-watching person you wouldn't think about that quickly.
It's part of a longer research that I'm doing, like an empirical research on cybernetics and machinic life, and this piece is consisting of like a kind of a robotic community, which are by interacting with each other, performing a generative composition.
Dark ecology for me was not, as Ari said, so much the unknown, but it was the sort of sinister side, like the kind of ecology to understand the kind of like contaminated, polluted kind of environment. So sometimes when we hear the word ecology, we want to think about a kind of a healthy ecosystem. So I was really thinking about it more in terms of kind of sick environments.
To listen to your footsteps.
The lights surrounding it, and this is like a direct.
Have to provide local sources of energy.
Used to Russia, so the atmosphere is quite different, and of course the language is very different, and even the alphabet. So in the beginning everything feels a little bit unusual and strange, but after a few days it became quite normal, and I think when I go back to Europe it will be the other way around. I think music is about creating space, so we work with sound, and somehow by working with sound we create space. Through intervals, through rhythms, through noise you can create space.
So I think it's a challenge to do it in unexpected spaces, also for the public who are not used to. I don't care if people think this is strange as art somehow. I think it's more interesting as an experience. It's something new.
I think Nikel is really good examples. Like you can really go in, touch it, see it, and find amazing overlay which we are just talking about, but Nikel is really a place to observe it, to touch, to interact with in the physical world.
Journeys have a greater effect on us later than they do at the time. We have to process them, we have to digest them. Just like with a book often doesn't affect us right away. It often takes months or years to really burrow down into us and have an effect that we can't foresee.